And joining us now is Rich Llewelyn with K-State. And this COVID situation has brought many challenges. And one of those is one of the conferences I look forward to covering every year, and that's the Risk Profit Conference. And Rich, thanks for joining us. But there's been a bit of a change. But as they say, the show must go on.
Well, it's going to a little bit differently than it does most years. This is our 26th year, and we've never done it like this. But we were waiting, kind of hoping restrictions get lifted in Manhattan, but they're not such that we could do it in person this year. So we moved it online and spread it out through the whole week that it was originally scheduled on Thursday.
So typically it's kind of all one action pack, but it'll be interesting to see how this works. Maybe you can still be in the comfort of your home or at your office, get some other things done, but still participate and learn all this information. Because Rich, as we all know, these are some absolutely challenging times in agriculture. Even though through this whole pandemic, agriculture was out there every day working, but there's still things that we need to know to manage risk and do our best to be profitable.
Well, and that's what we're trying to do. We're continuing some of the topics we had on our spring COVID webinar series. And so kind of continuing some of that discussion as we move into this, just trying to help folks figure out what is going on, what may be coming in the markets and stuff as well. So, yeah, we're trying to present this in a way that folks can still be part of it, and we'll also make the recordings available for the folks to register too. So if they're not able to get on live, they could be on later and take a look at the slides and the recordings.
So let's talk about that, how folks can register, what the costs are and so on, and just all that availability. What are some of those steps?
Well, the agmanager.info website under events has the Risk and Profit Conference. And so that would be the place to go. It would have the registration link as well as the full schedule. It'll be every day around noon. And then Thursday, when we had it originally scheduled, we've got a little bit more going on that day. So a couple presentations every day. So they could go to that, or my email is rvl@ksu.edu, and they could contact me and I could get them the information they need. It's $30 for the whole conference, and that includes the live meetings as well as the recordings and the slides exclusively afterwards.
And then we're also going to try to catch some folks, those presenters, because I tell you, some of that information that comes out is very interesting, and I probably should have saved those things over the years. As especially we look at some of the economics of it, how things have changed. I always find that very fascinating. But the other thing, Rich, that I really enjoy is Dr. Taylor, her presentation on land values and all the things, the research that she's doing.
And she's got a session this time. It won't directly be on land values, but she's looking at an interesting topic of landlord and tenant relationships and some of the things that affect that. And it's going to be pretty practical too. They've done some survey work and also have met with some small groups of farmers, both tenants and landlords in the same group, and had some discussions that they've learned quite a bit from. So yeah, she has some really interesting stuff.
The Risk Profit Conference comes up August 10th through the 14th. agmanager.info is where you can register and get more information. So, Rich, thanks a lot for joining us.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Rich Llewelyn, K-State Risk and Profit Conference coming up here in the coming days. Stay with us. More in just a moment.